Hello, my name is Fiona, and I am a certified teacher and a Praxis coach with Study.com. Are you planning on taking the Praxis Economics test? This is test number 5911. Praxis 5911 covers scarcity, choice, and opportunity costs, economic systems, factors of production, marginal analysis, economic efficiency, economic growth, absolute advantage and comparative advantage, specialization and gains from trade, and the circular flow model. Let's review some of the types of questions you may encounter on the exam. Let's jump right in. Problem number 1. Which of the following factors of production refers to the tools and machinery used in the production process? Capital goods, entrepreneurship, land, or labor. Let's begin with entrepreneurship. This factor of production involves the initiative to combine land, labor, and capital to create and run businesses. Entrepreneurship is about taking risks to start new ventures, provide new products or services, and innovate, but it does not specifically refer to physical tools or machinery. So we can cross that out. Land. In economic terms, land encompasses all natural resources that are used to produce goods and services. This includes not only land itself, but also any natural resources like minerals, forests, and water found on or under it. It does not refer to man-made tools or machinery, so we can cross that out as well. Labor. Labor represents the human effort that is used in the production of goods and services, including physical and mental work. Like land and entrepreneurship, it does not specifically cover the use of tools and machinery, so we can cross that out. Now we're left with capital goods. The factor of production that refers to the tools and machinery used in the production process is capital goods. In economics, capital goods refers to physical assets that are used in the production process to manufacture goods and services. This category includes tools, machinery, buildings, and vehicles. Essentially any non-financial asset used in the production of goods. Capital goods are distinct from consumer goods because they are used to produce other goods rather than being consumed directly. Therefore, capital goods are correctly identified as the factor of production that includes tools and machinery used in the production process, essential for creating other goods and services. Problem number 2. Which of the following would be considered a benefit of specialization? Limited choice, increased efficiency, reduced trade opportunities, or decreased productivity? Decreased productivity. This is incorrect as specialization typically increases productivity. By focusing on a specific set of skills or processes, workers and businesses can produce more output in less time, thus enhancing productivity rather than decreasing it. So we can eliminate that. Reduced trade opportunities. This is generally a drawback. Specialization can actually lead to increased trade opportunities rather than reducing them. So we can eliminate that as well. Now to limited choice. While specialization can lead to a concentration on a narrower range of products or services, limited choice is generally viewed as a drawback rather than a benefit. So we can eliminate that as well. So we are left with increased efficiency. The benefit of specialization among the listed options is increased efficiency. Specialization allows individuals, businesses, or countries to focus on producing a limited range of goods or services that they are particularly skilled at or suited for. This focused approach often leads to greater proficiency and higher output with less input. Specialization can lead to improvements in techniques and processes, lower costs, and faster production times, all contributing to increased efficiency in the production of goods and services. Therefore, the clear benefit of specialization is the increased efficiency it brings to production processes, enabling more effective use of resources and enhanced output capacities. Problem number 3. In a traditional economy, the question of for whom to produce is primarily determined by government authorities, labor unions, consumer preferences, or cultural and social norms. Starting from the top. In a traditional economy, the role of a centralized government in economic decisions is usually minimal or non-existent, so we can cross that out. Labor unions are generally associated with more industrialized or formal economies where workers organize for collective bargaining, so we can eliminate this one as well. Consumer preferences. While consumer preferences can influence production decisions in market economies, in traditional economies, what is produced is more often determined by what is necessary for survival and dictated by traditional practices. So this is not the correct answer either. Finally, we have cultural and social norms. In a traditional economy, the question of for whom to produce is primarily determined by cultural and social norms. Traditional economies are often based on customs, traditions, and social roles that have been established over generations. These norms dictate who does what work, how resources are distributed, and for whom goods and services are produced. Distribution is typically determined by the community's established roles and traditions, such as family lineage, age, or social status. Decisions about production and distribution are deeply embedded in the cultural fabric of the community, rather than being made on an ad hoc basis. Therefore, cultural and social norms are the primary factors determining for whom to produce in a traditional economy, reflecting the deeply ingrained practices and roles within these communities. Problem number 4. Which of the following factors of production cannot be created or improved by human effort? Market value, labor, capital goods, or land? Market value isn't a factor of production, rather, it's a measure of the worth of goods, services, or assets in a market. So that is not the correct answer. Labor refers to human effort used in the production of goods and services. It is inherently a product of human effort and can be improved through education, training, and healthcare, making it distinctly a result of human creation and enhancement. So not the correct answer either. Capital goods, such as machinery, buildings, and tools, are entirely created and improved by human effort. So that is not the correct answer either. Among the options provided, land is the factor of production that cannot be created or inherently altered by human effort. Although we can enhance land's usability through agriculture, irrigation, and construction, we cannot create new land or change its natural existence. This sets land apart from other factors of production in classical economics. Thus, land is unique among these options as it fundamentally exists independently of human effort and cannot be created anew, despite our ability to improve its utility or productivity. I trust that I was able to clarify the Praxis Economics test so that you now have a better understanding of the types of questions you can expect to find on the exam. Please remember to like and subscribe to this channel so that with Study.com's help, you will feel confident and prepared on exam day. Bye for now.